Welcome back to another Car Lovely episode. Today, we're doing drift car stuff again. Wow.
That's definitely how you start a video. Everyone else does it wrong. I'm the only one doing it correctly by doing what I just did. Once again, drift car, hovercraft mode. I organized a private day for me and some of the homies to just go out and get the cars feeling right for the season and have some fun. So there's a couple things I need to do. I got some Part Shop Max monoball trailing arm bearings. These things are super sick, mostly because they look cool. Never ran these. I've always had solid bushings in my trailing arms, like solid Delrin ones. And there's some issues you can run into because, like, obviously solid bushing, it's not going to have the articulation as like a bearing. And so when you tighten them really hard, the car's not really going to have very free moving suspension. If you don't tighten them all the way so that it frees or so that it moves freely, they'll come loose. They'll like bore out the inside of the bushing and snap. Probably put a lot more pressure on the trailing arm like socket that sits up in there, because those apparently do rip out on these things. Personally, I've never had it happen. I've seen it happen though. Doesn't look like a good time. And then next to those bearings, I also have to do inner tie rods and my drive shaft bushing. Not the center bearing, not the guibo. Both of those are brand new, but the bushing inside of the drive shaft that centers it on the transmission output, that bushing is clapped, which I noticed when I put the car together, but I really needed driving. I ignored it. It's got driveline vibration. So I'm gonna pull my drive shaft, see what we can do. I have a new bushing ordered, supposed to be here 2 weeks ago. The day it was supposed to show up, Amazon was like, sorry, no, it's gonna be like another like 3 weeks possibly. Thanks. Oh my goodness. You see that? How do I get a view? See that little spooter? I think it was right beside me. What a good friend. Anyway, fuck that spider. All right, so I got the trailing arm unbolted. Had to take my skirt off just to fit it out. But this is like a perfect example of kind of what I was trying to explain. I'm so bad at explaining things, by the way. You're gonna learn that. But how I was saying how when you like, since there's no movement, free movement in them, they get worn out. So this is kind of a decent example. These have been in my car just over 2 years. Can you just like sit somewhere? Thank you. Like just about 2 years of driving. And you can see like this bolt, I even just checked it. The through bolt, tight as tight can get. I have my big breaker bar on it and it won't go any tighter. This is just that inner sleeve in the Delrin, like just being worn out finally. So it was about time to replace them anyway. All right, I don't know if there's a proper way to take these solid bushings out, but I got it out with a chisel and a flathead. I've cleaned up all nicely in here. It's all nice and soft and smooth. So now I was just gonna hammer this in, but then I figured, you know, it's kind of expensive, so I probably shouldn't just hammer on a bearing. Then I remembered I actually have this with no attachments. And I remember my landlord has the attachments. So like, you know, I'm gonna do something the right way for once. That was starting to hurt a little bit. You know what? The nice, the free DeWalt drill is kind of putting in work. Just fucking shove that bearing right in there. You know, you can't hate on it. I mean, you can hate on it. It's DeWalt. Deluxe Drift Team DeWalt Tool D Deluxe Salt. Yeah. So now to lock it in, it's got this little Chucha McChachum. And you screw on like that. I don't know how you're supposed to tighten them. Probably either like water pump pliers or something, but I'm gonna see, maybe a coilover wrench will work. I'm sure if I looked on the website, it'll probably say that this is the way to do it. Now I'm kind of curious, but like, wow. Wow. It's all tight, and this is sick. Look at all this movement. Look at all that. It's got side to side. It's got that. These things are so cool. What's that? Ah! And this side's back together. That's done. You can see a shiny Baron. Shiny Baron. Are you taking them off?
I just want to see the spacer.
Oh my god, dude.
Goddamn, dude.
This stupid thing. Anyway, Stuart showed up, and he got some 4x, fuck, it's definitely not 4x, 5x114 MK1s.
MK1.
Well, yeah. They kind of look sick. You think the car should be rocking 15s or what?
Like, comment, subscribe if you think he should have 15s. Just like, or like right.
Thank God the fucking battery died when Stu was saying that idiotic stuff.
They fit really good.
They do fit really good. Feliva.
You could top those.
But that would kind of be hot.
You just have to get more 15s.
Yeah, more 15s, dude! 18s though, dude. Along with the bearings being done, I also pulled the drive shaft because of stupid driveline vibration. And this is what I was meaning by the bushing being completely worn out and gone. That's there's supposed to be a lot of rubber in there, and there's not. This is a E36 drive shaft for comparison. That's how much rubber is supposed to be in there. Stuart is putting an upgraded cam in his car. What is it?
It's VX cam. IPD VX cam. I think it's an upgrade. Big heavy duty wrenches here on the job site. You'll get that on the bigger jobs like this. You know, not a lot of people can handle this heavy of equipment. You know, it really just comes with experience. I've been doing this for 3 years now.
Here, I'll get the timing light on it real quick.
You gotta hold the button down?
Oh. Yeah, it's good. Okay, so day 2 of maintenance. I picked up the drive shaft last night. I got bored. I still didn't want to work on my car anymore. Went for a nice little cruise with the fellas. Got some dinner. So I threw in the drive shaft. The bushing was a lot better in it. I'd probably say it was a solid 50% better. Now for the really fun part. Like I had said in the first video is I'm sending out my rad to Evan Moore to make a fan shroud. And last night he dropped it off and it's fucking sick. This makes me feel like I have a race car now. Look at that. Look at that thing. Yeah, you put a nice little like thing here because there's room. The bead roller. The guy's an absolute maniac when it comes to metalwork. So yeah. So I got that back, which means I can get rid of my stock plastic rad with like tiny 10-inch fan. This should fit nicely back over here in stock location, given the fact there's all that room over there. So that shouldn't be an issue. So I'll pop this out. Oh, and I'll be able to ditch this ghetto wiring setup I have and put it back to my normal setup too. Work! I can't stop staring. This is sick. Clears everything. I moved this back over to this side. I only have one bolt holding it on right now, which will I put another one in? I'll say I'll put another one in. I probably won't put another one in. Mucho Sacco in the engine bayo. Am I right, you guys? Wow. Look at that. So I just got to fill it with fluid. And I'm going to do a quick bolt check just on everything on the car. And pretty much ready to go at that point. We have successfully completed my list. So take it for a spin. Hey, that's pretty good. Car. Cookie. No idea what this video is going to be like. Pretty scattered. It's got better parts. It's got some upgraded parts. It's got fixes of things that I was an idiot and did wrong. But it's ready to drift. Hopefully our track day doesn't get canceled. It is calling for negative temperatures. Hopefully it just stays rainy if anything. Who knows, might be dry, might be snowy. If it's snowy, probably get canceled. Next video should be some more drift footage, hopefully. Maybe 2 videos. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Hope you enjoyed working on cars and friends being dumb. And cars being dumb. If you enjoyed, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. And we'll make another one. Hopefully go drifting. See you later.